So in this video, I'm going to tell you a little more about my story. Michael Troy Richardson. And part of my story goes right along with what we're going to pick up right here. I was up there and realized I couldn't go up any further because I left my gloves. And it's who cares? I have ADHD, I have ADD, whatever it is. It's my superpower. You know, but I'm going to show you some rocks as we move up here, but I'm going to quickly show you my favorite part of these videos. That mountain right there. Because on Sundays, I should watch it more often. I watch The Chosen. And I think I've gone through 3 seasons now. And Dallas Jenkins done an amazing job. I hope it continues into Paul and the rest of the story. Because you know who Paul Harvey is. If you're old like me. Let's go hiking. That's our next feed. So I go right through there. But part of the story is I've been going to IAAPA. IAAPA is the International Association for Amusement Parks and Attractions. I think the last one, 2009, was in Las Vegas. That was the first one I went to. And this time, which would have been last year, 2024, in Orlando, Florida. IAAPA, a little bit more about it. It is the place where the biggest, the best, most exhilarating amusement park rides and attractions you'll ever see in North America. They do it all in November. I believe it's 7. I know I got tickets to be out there with the training. That was what I found amazing. I heard stories after stories that kept me riveted on one thing, the idea. You know, IDEA stands for 4 different things. It's an acronym that's used by Morgan's Wonderland. What an amazing park there. To have a park that allows anybody, wheelchair bound or you whatever, to ride or traverse or engage in an amusement park attraction is unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. And I did wish you a happy birthday on LinkedIn. Right here is what we're seeing as Utah opal. It's really quite hard. There's a bunch of different colors. So between stories, I'm going to tell you about what happened. Because the duck is part of it. Another tender mercy. Alice in Parliament's story that I told in one of my videos. Oh, probably a year ago. It's one where I sang, I think. I got too many videos. But her story moved me again today. Especially when I saw the Jeeps with the ducks. Everybody needs a duck. Because sometimes people need our ducks. And when your ducks are in a row, you matter. It's called mattering. One of the other words I learned while I was in my technical writing masters was otherness. Oh. That's part of the park that I'm going to build. That's part of why I'm building zipline trolleys for a Pennsylvania park that'll allow a 600-pound zipliner in their wheelchair. Their own wheelchair. Not ours, their own. Coming down a zipline. That picture will be worth $1 million. Let's keep looking for rocks. Here's one of my first piles that I started. What you're seeing here, anytime a rock shines, it's hard. And if it shines and it has some translucency, like you can kind of see into that, then it's agate. And some of this is really pretty agate. I'm going to literally cut one of these stones, put it, and I'm going to find a redder one because I find a lot of red ones, and put it into a stone ring that I've always enjoyed seeing on, man, and it's a kind of a square. I used to have one. I think it was red burl, but lost it somewhere. Let's keep going. So this is an early sign of some pretty neat looking jasper. A lot of it, this is what they call Picasso jasper, but I got so much of this. Unless it's really unique, it'll stay here for the next guy. There's a nice dark piece right there. And like I said, a lot of times I bring this thing because if it won't scratch it, this is just like a drill bit, case hardened. You know, all it's doing is rubbing the iron off of it. You can see it. But yeah, that's a hard piece. Always look at hard black pieces. One, they could very well depend on their weight. This one's not. This is pretty heavy, but a meteorite would be twice as heavy. But yeah, got a lot of these at home. This is another piece of that jasper looking, but it's not hard. You can see by the roughness. The roughness kind of gives it away. If it shines at all and the glimmers in the light, you know, it's definitely something worth whatever somebody will pay you for it, probably. Next guy. So continuing the story, and we're going to end it with this note. Keep looking for rocks for sure. Kind of a nice little piece of Utah opal. But the whole reason why we wanted to build our Zip Safe Adventure Park 6-story challenge course with 100 zip lines, and there's a lot of videos on that, is because we want to be a place where people matter. You know, it's going to be a untold wellness center, and I've got some of the best team. I hope they stay with me. And I think they will. I put together a board of directors. It's unbelievable. It's like the dream team. Yeah, if you're old enough to remember, I'm born in the 1900s, but it's my dream team. I mean, I could show you all of their awards, and they're just willing to help me do something that I think can be done. And that's build an amazing adventure park for everyone. And make everybody matter. Look at these stones. Look at these stones. Hidden gems. Everywhere. This is transparent agate here. It's actually, but there's kind of a cool piece that's just sitting there on the blue. Anything purple always catches my eye. These purple ones, a lot of this is just kind of a coating or a film or you can kind of see it right there. It's transparent, but when you can find a real nice big vein of it, that's cool. But this is all petrified wood. See that? But I'm looking for some unique pieces. These are all cabbed really well because it's all hard. This piece is quite nice. Got some real good color to it. It's a piece of wood for sure, but I'll put that one in my pack. You know, one thing I forget to bring is a spray bottle, because if you know this looks like this from this side, what does this look like when it's cleaned off? Or this. Another good piece. This one here has been cleaned off by the water as well. It's got a little bit of a vug here. That's V-U-G. I think I've spelled it V-U-G-H in the past, but that's kind of a nice little piece. And like I said, it's dirty. Looks even yellow underneath. Yeah, I'm going to have to show you the after of these once we get them pressure washed. But notice how the mud's just really kind of caked on this, and that helps protect it. We get that pressure washer on this, who knows what it's going to look like. Now it's time to put it in my pack. Once again, you need to have a big hat. I found this one at a little Spanish market down in St. George. I need another one. That about wore this one out. But there's these rocks I'm going to put in my pack. And make sure you always have an extra pair of gloves, because if you go way out there and then you lose your gloves for some reason, your ADHD caught up with, who knows? Just kidding. You want an extra pair. You know, one thing I try to do is give tips to people when they're out rock hounding, and one is to bring a big dog and bring enough water, which I only brought one bottle, so we'll share that. But I'll get to a spot where I'm seeing a lot of good prospects, and I'll just kind of pan this whole area out, remembering where this is at, you know. And what I normally do is I'll hang my gun someplace where, because it's a little bit different color, so I like to hang it in a place where I know I'll probably be able to see it. And it does have some orange on it too. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to scour this area. Take care. Next video.